Well, hey Divi Nation, and welcome to a brand new Divi use case live stream where each week we show you how to add new design and functionality to your Divi websites. And today in this use case tutorial, we're going to be showing you how you can build a comments toggle for your Divi blog post template. For more information on this tutorial, you can visit the video description below and for a link to the blog post that goes along with this tutorial. And with that, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. All right, so welcome everyone. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay, if the live stream's coming in for you all right. And also let us know where you're from. Don't be shy in the comments. Hopefully any questions you have, I can answer as we go along. And as people are trickling in here, today is all about showing you how you can create a comments toggle for your Divi blog post template. And let me just check, make sure I'm coming in okay on the live stream. We got a thumbs up from Miguel. Welcome. Thank you, Sid. Hello. Amanda. Hello from Florida. Nice to have you. All right. So as we are getting started here, just to give you a little sneak peek of what we're going to be building today. As you know, in a traditional blog post template in Divi, the comments, if you have comments enabled or you have a comments module on your template, the comments will automatically show up in the comments section. Well, here you can see we've added a comments toggle. So if I click on this toggle here, it will toggle the comment content here, which includes all of your comments, of course, the buttons to reply, things like that. Also, the form to enter a new comment will all show up when we open our toggle. And of course, if I click it again, it will close. And so this gives the user the control to show or hide those comments whenever they wish, and which can basically boost your user experience, especially if you have lengthy comments on your blog post. It could be a problem when users are trying to scroll to the rest of your post. Maybe you have some content below that you really want them to get to in your footer, things like that. And you don't want to show those comments initially. This is a great option for you. Again, this comments toggle is a little bit smarter than you may think. The comments toggle will show up, initially closed. And of course you can toggle it open. If I refresh my page, the comments will automatically open. Basically it will remember the state of the toggle during the user's browser session. So that's a cool feature. This will be added with some custom code. Of course, we'll get to that in the tutorial. And it will also kind of automatically open, let's say if you enter a new comment and click submit. Of course, you want that toggle to automatically open so that when it scrolls down to that comment you just entered, it will be visible. So really cool option. I'm excited to jump in and get started. So let's do that. All right, so just a few more hellos in the chat here. Rida, hello from Algeria. Elise, welcome. And Joey, all right. And 147 Dev, nice to see you in the chat. All right, let's get started with building this thing. Also a few of you, hello M, over in Facebook. Can I watch this again later? Yes, you'll be able to watch this live stream later. it will be in the in our Facebook and YouTube channel as a video, so you'll be able to find it. So make sure and hit subscribe also to those channels so you can get updates on new content as well. M is also from Texas, so that's where I am. Welcome. And Mahbub from Bangladesh, welcome. Jason, Texas, another Texan as well. Diego, hello. All right, so let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do to kind of jumpstart the design of this tutorial is we're gonna use a pre-made blog post template that is already available to you. You can access it through our Divi blog. It's actually one of our featured blog posts. So we're going to come back to the theme builder. We're going to add it to the theme builder. But to get this template, you just go and search for the 5th free theme builder pack in our blog here. And here's the blog post. And all you need to do is scroll down and click that Get It for Free button. And it'll take you to the part of the page where you can download it by entering your email and clicking subscribe. And then this download the theme builder pack button will pop up. And you want to click on that and it'll download that zip file with those pre-made templates within it. And the one you're going to want to get is actually called the, let me pull it up for you. So inside the template, or inside the zip file you download, you're going to want to get this one called Divi Theme Builder Pack 5 Post Template. And that's the JSON file we'll be importing to our theme builder. So go over to our theme builder in our WordPress backend, navigate to Divi Theme Builder, and then here is where you'll want to click on the import or portability icon here at the top right. Click the import tab and you'll want to just drag in that file, or you can just click on it and select it. Either way, you want to choose that file, that post template, that pre-made post template, and then click the import button. All right, so I want to import that. And there it is right here. There's my new template. This was the one that was pre-built that I just showed you. But we have a new fresh one here, and it should automatically be assigned to all your posts by default once you import it. And that way, later when we want to test it, all we need to do is open up one of our posts that we have created on our site to see the functionality of the comments toggle. All right, so once the template is imported, we'll go ahead and save it. And then I'm going to click to edit the custom body of that post template. This will bring up the body layout editor here. All right, so I'm going to scroll down. Here's my template. And way at the bottom, you'll see there's our comments module, which is producing dynamically our comments section using the comments module here. So basically what we're going to do is create a toggle bar right above it that's going to open and close this row containing the comments module. So that's the idea. So the first step, we're going to be creating the comments toggle bar. And to do that, we're going to create a new row. So I'm going to come down here to this inside the same section, and I'm just going to create a new row. And let's go ahead and give it a, I think it's like a 3/5, 2/5 row or structure here, column structure. And then I'm not going to add any modules just yet. What I want to do is drag this new row up above, oops, too fast, up above the row containing my comments module. And right now is a good, opportunity, or basically good time. Let me bring my menu over here so you can see. I'm gonna open up my menu, and then I'm gonna click on the layers view here. And what that's gonna do is pop up my layers view modal here so I can have all of the sections, rows, columns, modules available to select whenever I want them here, rather than trying to select them in the Visual Builder, which sometimes comes in handy, especially when we're working with advanced functionality and also things overlapping and things like that. All right, so my layers view is open. Bring it down here. So I have my new row. I just brought it up above my comments row. And the first thing I'm going to do is jump into my new row settings. All right, let me shrink this down a bit. All right, I'm going to give my new row a background. And I'm basically right now, I'm just matching the design of the current post template. You can use whatever colors or design you want for your own. So there's my purple background. And over in the design tab, I'm going to give my row a little bit of a rounded corner of 10 pixels. And let's go to the sizing. And let's give our row a custom gutter width of 1. That'll make sure we don't have any extra space or margin between the columns. This is a good tip for, making things more mobile friendly, because you want, a lot of space for these two elements, which are going to be our title here, and this with a text module in the left column, and then basically a blurb icon that's going to serve as the toggle icon on the right. So once we make our gutter width 1, we're going to give our row a max width of 1180 pixels, which is basically matching the size of the row that's currently on the row containing our comments in the pre-made layout. All right, so padding, let's give our row a little bit of padding on the top and bottom of 10 pixels. And on the left, I'm going to give it a 5%, and also on the right, 5%. All right, so now we're going to go to our Advanced tab, and we're going to add a custom CSS class to this row. And I'm going to call this row our comments toggle row. So the class I'm going to add is going to be ET. Make sure you can see this. Sorry, my zoom is not working properly. Let me zoom in so you can see it a bit better. So ET comment toggle. All right. And what that's going to do is add a necessary class. Let me go back and open up my settings. That's going to open up give it a class, a target that we're going to use in our code later on. And basically, we're going to use that class so that when we toggle or click on this row, it's going to show and hide the row beneath it, which contains our comments. So make sure you get the CSS class exactly right, and you can find that in the blog post for reference later on if you need it. Some custom CSS, we're just going to add the display flex property. Basically what that's going to do is two main things. It's going to make sure that our columns don't stack on mobile. We want them to kind of stay in place. And also it's going to align those columns within the row vertically centered, so everything kind of looks nice without having to make, some technical manual adjustments to the padding of each of those to make sure it's centered vertically. All right, so now we're ready to add our new title for our comments toggle bar. So we're going to use a text module. So in the left column, I'm going to add a new text module. And just to make things interesting, I could add my own text here, whatever text I want. But for this example, as you can see, I'm going to just jump over to our already finished example. You can see right here I have this, in parentheses, I have the 10 comments, and that's our comment count, dynamic comment count, which is something that's going to show up dynamically. So basically, since I want to include that in the toggle bar as a nice feature, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to, for the body of our text module, I'm going to click on the use dynamic content icon. Then I'm going to click on the, where is it? Oh, there it is. Post comment count. So that's the one we want. Click on that. And we're going to just kind of be creative here. Since we can add, HTML before and after the comment count, we're going to paste in this before section this little HTML snippet, which basically shows, sorry, let me get that again. Didn't copy everything. Oh, there it is. All right, so it adds some text before the comment count, and then after, I'm going to creatively, include some text before and after our comments, our comment count dynamic content, so that it shows up on one line. I'm going to unlink to the comments area because we do have we don't really need it for this toggle module functionality. And then I'm going to save it. Okay, can't really see it yet. I'm going to open my text module settings again. And you can see right now the body is the dynamic post comment content, which is displaying our text, which is good. But now we need to make sure and design that text, that body text, to match our design of the post. So real quick, let's go ahead and make it a matching font of Rubik. Give it a medium weight and the uppercase font style. Let's do a text style on desktop. Let's just do 24 pixels. And on tablet, let's bring that down to 18 pixels. And on mobile, let's make it 16. I want my text line height to be 1 em, so let's shrink it down. Let's keep our text alignment to the left and then choose the light color, so now it shows up as white text over my dark row background. And I think that's it. So it takes care of our title section of our toggle bar. And just real quick, over in the comments, hello from JMH, welcome from Argentine. Let's see, if you're just joining us, I do want to just bring you up to speed. This is our weekly Divi use case live stream, which we do every week, where we show you how to add new design and functionality to our Divi websites. Today, we're showing you how to add a comments toggle to your Divi blog post template. And right now, we have already created our row for our comments toggle bar. And in that row, we added a title for our toggle bar using the comment count dynamic content, which is showing up here. Now on the right side, we need to add our icon, which we're going to use for the toggle bar as well. So to do that, we're going to add a blurb module. And basically what we're going to do is add a blurb module and strip it of everything but the icon. All right, so there's our blurb icon. As you can see, it has its default text or title and body, which we're going to take out. We don't need that. And by default, it's showing the image or an image, a mock image. We're going to click to use the icon instead. And the icon we're going to use is this plus icon here. All right. Let's jump over to the design settings. Let me bring it over, my settings module over to the left side so you can see it better. And let's go ahead and open up my image and icon options and change the icon color to white. And let's scroll down and use a custom icon font size of 40 pixels. And let's change the size. Let's go over to the sizing options. And I wanted it to have a custom width of 50 pixels. And also a custom height of 50 pixels. We want those to match because we will be rotating this icon on on hover, excuse me. And so basically we want to make it have a nice matching height and width that make it a square basically within that column or row. Let's go ahead and change the module alignment to right. Floats it over there to the right, which is what we want. And down here, there's some default image icon animation that we just want to take out. So I'm going to set it to no animation. And let's jump over to the Advanced tab where we're going to add the same display flex snippet of CSS to the main element that we did for our row. That's basically going to, make sure the icon gets vertically aligned within the blurb container there. Okay. Right now, as you can see, it's not really vertically aligned because they have some default margin underneath here that you can't really see. It's just some default margin that's added to the module to separate the icon from the body text and the body content. So I'm going to go below this image, blurb image CSS block here, and I'm going to add the margin bottom 0 pixel. And that's, now you can see that that icon is now vertically centered because we took out that bottom margin underneath it. I'm going to click Save, and our toggle bar is complete. Our design of it is complete. Now what we need to do next is to optimize the row right beneath it with the comment module and the content. And basically we're going to add some padding to the row, and also add a class that we're going to be using to target it. So let's go ahead and open up this class. Also, by the way, this is a good time to label your items over in the layers view. So my first thing I'm going to label is this this top row that we just designed. I'm just going to call it the comments toggle bar. This is just for easy reference later on. And then below that one is the row we're about to edit, which is, I'm going to call that one comments toggle content. And so now we're going to go to that row holding the comments toggle content, and I'm going to open up the row settings, and let's go to the design tab. Under my spacing, I'm going to, right now it has some, pixel length units being used for the spacing. I'm going to make it a little bit more mobile friendly, add some percentages in there. So I'm going to do 4% to the top and bottom and 4% to the left and right. And then I'm going to jump over to my advanced tab, and here's the CSS class we need to add. It's called et-comment-toggle-content. So once that's there, make sure you enter it correctly, and then I think we're ready to save it out. All right, so before we're almost done. The last step is to add the code necessary to make the toggle functionality. So to do that, we're going to use a code module. You can add it basically anywhere. I like to, just for this tutorial, I'm going to add it right beneath our Blurb module here in our comments toggle row. And just add a code module there. It's not going to take up any actual space on the design. And there, just let me increase the size here. We're going to add, first thing we're going to do is add a style tag, because the first thing we're going to add is the CSS necessary for this toggle functionality. And of course, you can go to the blog post to get the code that you need to paste in here. But because we're pasting it within the HTML of the actual page, we need to wrap it in those style tags, so make sure you do that. So paste in that CSS, and then below there, below the CSS, we're going to add a script tag, because we're going to be adding JavaScript snippet here within those tags. So I'm going to grab my JavaScript or jQuery code, and I'm going to paste it in there. Oops, still my CSS, sorry about that. All right, paste in that code. Okay, so there's the code we need to get it all up and running. If we have time later, I'm going to comment on this code. The code does include comments that show you kind of what's going on with each of these elements of the jQuery, but just for now, I'm just going to paste it in and save it. We're going to test out the functionality, make sure everything is functioning the way it should. So I'm going to make sure and save my settings. And then I'm going to click to exit the layout editor there and make sure and save my changes to my theme builder settings as well. And once all that is done, we'll jump over to one of our blog post templates and we'll refresh. Oh, it looks like, okay, I refreshed a URL that already had an anchor link in it, which I'm just going to take that out. But at least we know things are working properly. So scroll down to the post, you can see, so here's something you need to realize. Right now, the comment toggle was open, and that's because the browser remembered that I had it open before. So if you're coming to, let's say, if I were to open this up in an incognito browser or whatever, or visiting this page for the first time, the comment section will be hidden by default on page load. So let me refresh to show you. This is what it'll look like by default. If I open up my comments toggle or click on it, you can see there's all my comments showing up nicely. There's a little bit of a rotation on that icon just to kind of boost the user experience with a little micro interaction there. So toggling on and off the comments is easy by clicking on the actual row. All of this row is clickable, not just the icon. And once it's open, so let's say open up my comments and I'm, visiting other blog posts or whatever. Well, this, if I refresh my page, the browser will remember that I had this open, and so it'll stay open, which is nice. Also, it will automatically open, as I explained in the video earlier. Like if I wanted to reply or add a new comment and submit it, it will make sure and stay open, and because we want to keep that functionality of the anchor link, which toggles to that comment we just entered. It will also automatically open, let's say if you have an anchor link to one specific comment on the page, it'll open up automatically and make sure it's visible whenever you load that page. Let's see if we have any comments in the chat here before we wrap things up. It looks like Miriam is not able to access the Divi Visual Builder. Okay, so probably maybe something to do with maybe check your Divi options, make sure you have your Divi username and API key added there. Maybe that's the reason. Make sure your Divi theme is activated. Is it specific to the Divi theme builder, or is it just for any visual builder? So hopefully we can get that that answer for you either in the comments from someone else, or also feel free to open up a ticket with our help team, or our support team rather, and they can help you out. All right. Looks like we don't have any more questions. All right, so I have a few comments. Mazen from Lebanon, hello, says the time is too late for me. I apologize on the time. Fortunately, we try to accommodate a good time to stream these, but you can always come back to our either Facebook or YouTube channel to view this video later on. They'll be available there for you. Okay. One more check for comments and then we'll wrap it up. All right, looking good. Hopefully this will come in handy for you guys. It really is a nice feature, especially for blog posts or blogs that are going to have a lot of engagement in the comments area. So for blog posts that have a real lengthy comment section, you can add this toggle feature in there so users won't get bogged down scrolling through comments to get to other or to more content on the post. All right. All right, guys. All right, well, that's all I've got for you this week. Thanks again for joining us today. Be sure to subscribe to our blog post newsletter and also our YouTube channel and Facebook. Make sure to click to get those notifications so we can notify you every single time we have something new for you, like a new live stream or a new freebie that we release weekly. In fact, our next live stream will be this Friday with the WP Roundup, and that'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern, so be looking forward to that. Also, we will be back here next week or next Tuesday at 3 p.m. with another Divi use case live stream like we did today. So again, make sure you are subscribed and click to get those notifications. You can also check out the video description for more info on how you can add your own unique content to our Divi, or our Elegant Themes blog. So you'll want to check that out. And thanks again, and we'll see you guys in our next video.